I think one of the things that perhaps we sometimes get wrong is we think that if we sit in the same room as each other, we're in a team. Or if we sit in the same department as each other, we're in a team. Or my least favorite one is because we all attend the same meeting for 2 hours a week, we're in a team. Attending meetings or being in the same department is absolutely not being in a team. So, if you're sitting in a group of people, great that you're sharing updates, super. But if somebody isn't, attaching themselves to an action, if that group of people don't have a very specific goal that they're trying to achieve in a time period that they've agreed on, then they aren't a team. They are just a department or a meeting. So, the first thing is, even if you are in a committee that is never going to end, or a board meeting, for example, that always needs to meet every month, you should still have specific goals with specific time periods attached to them, which you are serving. And, definitely shouldn't be a whole lot of people who only meet and do nothing outside of that meeting. Which is interesting because, in some of the teams that I've worked with, they are a group of people who simply come together to share updates. But in one of the clients that I work with, what they did as a result of this provocation was they said, well, we're spending 2 hours every Monday sharing updates with each other. Why don't we turn that on its head? And why don't we spend those 2 hours asking if anyone needs help? So just changing the dynamic to, instead of information sharing, which frankly could have been an email, to use the well-known meme, into something that actually results in, a decision or an action or an idea, but with a time period. So coming back to goals, one of the most important tools in the book is about reframing your goal. And simply by looking at language together, the amount of times, Nelson, where people think they have agreed on the goal because they think they agree on the meaning of a word, but right. Then they all think that word means something completely different, is mind-boggling. So, I think I've quoted a piece of research in the book that says that, a majority of leaders and managers agree that digital transformation is super important for their company. In the same study, very few people knew what digital transformation actually meant. Yeah. And so if you're all going, oh yeah, I'm on the digital transformation committee, yeah, but you all think it means something different. One person might think it means digital marketing, another person might think it's the internet, another person might think it means emails. You need to just start by going, what is it that we're actually trying to do, and trying to avoid those cliches. So that reframe your objective tool is all about taking what you are trying to do and reframing it so that you really understand the language that you share. And in doing that, you almost challenge each other to clarify what your goal is.